YouTube, what's up? Been a minute. How y'all feeling? Hope everybody being safe and being humble out there on these roads. I'm back with another one. So today, I'm gonna speak on uh, March 9th, 2021. This is like on this day about a year ago. I had a DOT reportable accident. So I'm gonna make this story not too long, not and like try to make it very short. So, um, back in March of last year, I was out with a company called Intrans Inc. It's a teaming job, 1099, stuff like that. Um, I went with them because, well, I was looking for a job last year in trucking. So, how I come across them, my school actually, like one of my teachers, he told me to like go to them and check them out. So they're a 1099 teaming company. So I went there, and I was out with my trainer. I was out with my trainer. Like the first day was cool. You know what I mean? I'm getting a feel for the truck and stuff like that. The second day was bad. The second day was March 9th. So we out in like Mexico. We in New Mexico. Was it New Mexico? Yeah, it was New Mexico. So yeah, it was New Mexico because we wasn't too far from Albuquerque. So there was a way station coming up, right? And on the speed limit, it was like saying 70. I think at the time I was going like, if I remember correctly, I think I was going like 67 maybe. And um and, and how they had their bypass codes, they had it like on their dash. It was like kind of like on the dashboard, and I couldn't really hear my trainer telling me like what they all meant. So when they were shining green, they they had it like this: green, yellow, and red. So as I'm driving, my trainer was explaining it to me, but I can't really hear you and stuff. But I guess he felt like he just didn't want to explain it no more, so he just stopped. I guess he thought I was playing, but I wasn't. I really couldn't hear you. So it's going off. You know what I mean? He went back to sleep. I'm driving in the morning, so he go back to sleep. It's going off, and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, damn, I couldn't hear what he said. So I'm like, damn, I'm trying to remember like what does this signal mean? Well, long story short, a way station coming up and it's open. So I'm like, damn, I'm trying to slow down. I'm trying to come down to somewhat of a. I'm just trying to slow down, basically, and I'm coming down. I didn't come down quick enough, and then boom, I hit the back of somebody else's trailer, face first. Boom, head hit the glass. I had my seatbelt on, thank God. My trainer, he come, he flew out he fell out the bottom bunk, and the truck was just destroyed. Like I lost my whole passenger side. That joint was like done. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, dog. Like when I got out and saw that shit, I was like, yo, like what the fuck? I was really trying to slow down. Shit was crazy. So mind you, we in the way station. So the regular cop run over, and the DOT they come over. Now I had received a regular ticket from just the Mexico cops, and I received a citation from the the DOT officer because he did an inspection and everything. He like, yeah, this is messed up, that is messed up, this is messed up. I'm like, of course it's messed up. Like it was just an accident. Like you know what I'm saying? So nobody was hurt, thank God. The guy I hit, he was making sure I was cool. My job did like the regular like the regular stuff when you get into an accident. Piss test, um, that's pretty much it, like a piss test and everything else, you know. So of course I wasn't intoxicated, nothing like that. Like I was trying to tell my trainer, trying to come down quick enough. He just was like, he'd be alright. You know what I mean? So back to the tickets. So I received the careless driving ticket. I had received the careless driving ticket. Now, again, no. So now I'm like, damn, you know, my adrenaline was rushing, so I wasn't really feeling like all sad and scared or nothing like that. So that whole day I was cool. And then me and my trainer, we the truck got towed, of course, because it was fucking destroyed. So we got towed back to like Texas because we weren't too far out. So we got towed back to Texas, and then we stayed in the hotel. I closed my eyes. I was scared to death. I was like, whoa, like I was now this time I'm having like PTSD a little bit. So now it's fucking with me. So back to my tickets. So I had to look for a lawyer. And I found one. I found one in Mexico. What he did was, when I hired him, we talked about it. He saw the video because my old company, they had the air-facing camera, so he could see what happened and stuff like that. And he was like, look, I'm cool with the judge. We're gonna try to get this case dismissed, and it's not gonna hit your motor vehicle record, but he was like, it might hit your PSP report. And I didn't know what the fuck that was. I'm like, okay. I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know what you. I don't know what to say here. I'm just like, okay. Like I ain't thinking about. I'm not thinking about doing research and finding out what that was. So I'm like, all right. Okay. Well, I said, look, if we can like not get it to hit the motor vehicle record, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, long story short, the case got dismissed. The cop, I think it was the DOT cop or it was the regular cop. He didn't show up. So the case got dismissed. That was back in May of 21. So I ended up losing my job, of course. I didn't test dirty or nothing like that, but it just didn't work out from the accident and other stuff. But it just didn't work out. So when I beat the case, I was reading a little contract that I had with my lawyer, and then I saw the PSP thing up again, and then I researched it, and I was like, oh, that's what this is. So with your PSP report, it's just like that. All mega carriers run that, and maybe some other companies, like smaller companies, they might run it. Just ask. You know what I mean? If you got something on it. So the crash popped up, and I had a violation, and my violation was inattentive driving. It was just another form of careless driving. So at that time, calling around for different companies, seeing who gonna hire me. Mind you, I had like less than one. I had a month experience. So I'm like, I'm trying to see who gonna rock with me. Nobody will fuck with me. Nobody fuck with me. And then I came across one of Asian Ma's old videos. It was on Truck. It was Truck AB, and he was talking about Western Express. So I just like, y'all, I seen everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. So I called him. I think like July of that year. I think so. I think I called him around my birthday. And I called them, and they was actually gonna put me in a contract for a year because of my violation. And I was like, fuck that. I wouldn't have stayed a year anyway. Out of this, probably around the same month. You know what I mean? Like, just like I said, my things are considered before you come to Western Express Part 1, like, have like something to pay these dues back if you choose not to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had something. Just in case I didn't want to stay. I was just going to get enough experience to see, you know what I mean? Like, somebody to say, we gonna rock with you, even though you got whatever you got on you. But I was like, I call back when I'm ready. Click. I had hired another CDL lawyer services I was trying to get that crash off, and I was trying to get that violation off. So I found one that I paid like a monthly fee on. They're very helpful. Even like when I got that little parking ticket, they was like, "You good? It ain't gonna hurt you. Standard third, you gonna be good. Just pay the ticket." I'm like, "All right, bet." So it called CDL Legal, and I called them and I told them like I ran it all down to them, and they was like, "Well, it's a good thing that you hired a lawyer, because most people when they did that shit, they just took the charge." I'm like, "No, like even though I did it, I ain't going." I ain't shit. I'm like, I didn't do it at the same time. Like this, like you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I did it, but I didn't do it at the same time. But fuck it. So the guy was cool. I had him laughing and shit. He was like, look. He's like, look. He tried his best to turn the DOT reportable accident. Since it was my fault, I can't. Long story short, since it was my fault, I couldn't get it off. It wasn't. They were trying to turn it into a preventable, but they couldn't do it. Like the video showed that it was just my fault, and it is what it is. So I have to walk that off for 5 years until it can come off my PSP report. I have 4 years, but next year March will make 2 years of it being old, and I'll have 3 more years to walk that off. But what they were able to do, they were able to get the violation removed. So the violation got removed, and I'm like, cool. So when I think around this time, when I started here, I called Western Express again, and my recruiter kept it real. He was like, when he looked up all my information and stuff like that, he was like, well, instead of you doing a year contract, you got to do 6 months. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? And it was another reason why I had to do it. It was because of that crash, and it was because of when I graduated CDL school back in 2020. Around that time, that's when COVID came. So I don't think my school kept track of my hours anymore. So it looked like I didn't do. From what Western Express said, they said I didn't do 120 hours. They said I did like 60 hours, and I was like, and just was like, okay. I was like, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, at the end of the day, this is the only job that was gonna fuck with me, and so I at least got like, close to 6 months or 6 months experience. But now, my time is coming, and I have jobs reaching out to me again. So, I'm grateful of what Western Express is. They are a second chance company. You understand what I'm saying? They'll treat you fair. Treat you fair. Like, very fair. Let's go with that. They'll treat you fair. Like, I don't know. I don't have a good rating to give them. I don't know what to say on that. But they'll treat you somewhat fair. But anyone can get hired here. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyone can get hired here. Unless you have weed in your system. They don't fuck with that. Like, even they have to say no. Very surprising, but to each his own. But yeah, y'all, that's basically my story. I got a good title for this. Watch when y'all see the picture of the truck when I smacked out. Yeah, y'all gonna be like, whoa, god damn, how fast was you going? But y'all gonna see it as my thumbnail, you know what I mean? But that was pretty much it. This week has been going very interesting. But again, like I said, that was my story. I ain't got really nothing else to say. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all be blessed, y'all be blessed, y'all be safe. My next video will be me departing Western Express. and I'll tell y'all where I'm going. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.